All right, there it is. Welcome to Anfield Road TV and your absolute legends to everyone that has subscribed so far on the road to 10k. Hope you've all had a very good Wednesday afternoon, whatever you've been up to. And if you are watching this on Thursday morning or afternoon, do always get involved in the comment section below. Just me tonight, no Kev. He's very busy at home anyway. So Kev hopefully will be joining us tomorrow. So you're stuck with me, chat. Unlucky. But yeah, we've got plenty to unpack in today's episode, everyone. If anyone listening as well, we will be speaking about obviously little snippet on in relation to Arne Slot. He spoke quite openly and quite candid, really, in regards to his tactics. It'll be interesting to see. We'll speak about them and gauge your opinions as well, chat. The new goalkeeper that is going to be he's going to be set to replace Alisson in a couple of years' time if we can get this deal over the line. Hopefully, there's no big, massive mountains or anything in Valencia. Probably is the Spanish landscape that is very vast anyway. So, yeah, we'll get to speak about that. A bit about the Premier League as well in regards to the handball rule. I felt it was very interesting. We'll speak about that. There's been a slight tweak and variation in regards to the handball rule. We all know currently that was in play last year. It was an absolute joke, really. It was very all over the place, to say the least, anyway. But big up there, chat, as well. Get to live comments. Absolute legends. Big up there, John. Good evening, guys. Hope you're all well. Can't believe Roy Keane is saying that we won't get top four. He is having a laugh. Total rubbish, in my opinion. Big up there, John. You wouldn't get the tractions on these videos if they didn't say stuff like this, John. We all know this. Obviously, Kev, obviously, Roy Keane's from Cork, I think, but pretty sure Kev will jump in the chat as well on the live. But yeah, very talented player, Roy Keane. Sadly, he played for Man United, but what a player he was back in the day. Evening, Jack and chat. Big up there, Wiggs. Hope you had a very good Wednesday afternoon, mate. And yeah, in regards to Roy Keane, he when he speaks a bit like Graham Souness as well, like players of that caliber, when you listen to what they've said and obviously the way they articulate themselves in regards to speaking about football, everyone listens, really, and that's the most important thing. On obviously yesterday's episode, we have some very cracking comments on the post live comments. So if you can't watch the streams live, chat, we will always get through all your comments at the beginning of these episodes as well. So we'll start with PP, his comments. Whenever Liverpool take a step forward, FSG hold back and don't strengthen the squad. Same thing every year, FFS. Third place at the very best with this squad. Top two, if we made the signings we needed, 3 minimum left-sided centre-back, a DM and the backup to Salah to take over next year if he goes. An absolute spot-on comment there, PP. I think the majority of us would very much agree with you, mate. And this will be very much tying into what when we do speak about Alisson with the potential new goalkeeper incoming. It looks like we are preparing for Alisson's impending departure in the next couple of years. Obviously, Ali's not getting any younger, so it just begs the question, really, why, as you said there, PP, just get the Salah replacement in now. Say if Salah does leave in 2-3 years' time, then we've got that ready-made replacement already in the academy or even the DM position, as we spoke about over the last couple of weeks as well on the episode of Use Chat. It was just get them in. Like, don't be waiting until when would every Liverpool fans looking at each other and going, like, where's their players coming from? Like, and when we do go for a player, it's either they don't want to come to us, mainly due to the fact of the previous club or the future club that they are going to go to, i.e. Saicedo, i.e. Jude as well. I think if we put the legwork in, even when he was at Birmingham, really, in terms of not getting that move to obviously Dortmund. I tell you, a lot of English sides missed a trip with Jude Bellingham at that age. It's crazy. Like, I bet United, Chelsea, City, everyone, when you're seeing, but we know why he went to Germany. He wanted that guaranteed first team football. And obviously, look what's happened over the last couple of years. He's become one of the best young midfielders of his generation, really, as well. I firmly believe that. So, big up there, Hugh. Excellent take on it, lads. Nice one, mate. As I said, even if people disagree with what we say, we want to be getting your thoughts and opinions in the comments as well. Because if you're listening or watching, you might disagree with what me and Kev say. That's sound. as long as you articulate yourself in the comments and obviously explaining your reason as well, we will always respect that as well. As long as everyone keeps it civil, that's all well and good. Hugh, I'm guessing you're new to the channel, mate, so welcome, mate. Everyone say hello to Hugh as well. Hopefully we will see you in the live chat or post live comments as well. Pick up the memes. We all know that Neville, yeah, they love it. They are very good, though. They are very good pundits. That's one thing I think every majority of neutral fan, even if you're not a Man United fan, like, they talk sense to a certain point. I say sense, but we know the media world. It's all about getting these cliche one-liners, get the hook in, like, in terms of just getting everyone in to, like, watch the shows as well, say something controversial. That's how media works in every form, really. It's just about getting that tagline and then everyone's like, oh, and then everyone just jumps on the story. That's how the media world does work. As we all know. We go to the other couple of comments as well before we go back to the live comments. Big up there, John. How many players will Liverpool get? If we had a lot of crystal ball, mate, I think we'd all love to find out. Hopefully a couple of players, John, because we do need it, as we all know. Big up there, comments. Hi, lads. New here. Trying to find a channel that hasn't lost it because I've not been able to sign one player. The fan base has gone crazy. I'd like it at the end of LFC. It's like it's the end of LFC this season. Cop end. Welcome, mate. And yeah, as I said, mate, you might agree and disagree with future shows as well. That's sound. But everyone's entitled to their own views as well. That's what being a supporter is all about. Your thoughts, and we're all passionate Liverpool fans. Wherever you are around the globe, everyone's views are entitled as well, as long as the respectful and everyone else's opinion as well, and you listen. I think in any gauge of any format, really, most important thing to anyone, like, is just listen to what other people say, and it doesn't matter if you agree or disagree. It's just about understanding their rationale thinking and trying to gauge and articulate your point to your own foundations of learning, really. So it's all about that. But big up there, comments. Hopefully we do see in the comments, mate. Scallywags comments as well. Last two comments there. Nice one, gents. Fair enough. Zubamendi chose to stay at his boyhood club. His loyalty is admirable, in my opinion. Not having a plan B in place, though, to fix the glaring weaknesses in our squad is not a good look at all for Hughes and his backroom team. Starting the season without a new number 6 is it's putting us on a back step. Slot is the first season in Slot's first season when he needs all the help he can get. You never walk alone. 100% agree with you there, mate. Big up there, JSP. Big up, mate. We do all our work and signings. Nonsense. Must stop. It's a myth. Nice one, lad. I respect your opinion, mate. I was just speaking, obviously, on last night's episode in terms of that Fabinho transfer, because that was more or less announced on the night, and it was like we got like a couple of articles, and like half an hour even before the announcement was going to happen, and lo and behold, we signed what was one of the best up-and-coming central defensive midfielders from Monaco. And then we just didn't replace him in terms of when his legs did fall off on the last season as well, which is very disappointing. We'll go to the Premier League one in a little second. We'll get to the live comments as well. If you haven't already done so, chat, make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. Every footballing fan, I know we're a Liverpool channel, but we speak about Liverpool stuff and Premier League stuff and everything, so we try and mix it up. We've got the Ipswich preview on Friday, I think it is. I should know because I've scheduled it. 16th? Yeah, it's on the 16th, whenever that is. I don't even know my days. Yeah, 2 more nights, so Friday, yeah. That will be at 6 p.m. as well, so stay tuned on the channel for that. We will have our Premier League prediction as well tomorrow night, so we want chat, get your 1 to 20, and obviously we'll do a couple of all our predictions as well. Chat will get you involved in regards to who do you think will be the top goal scorer, the most assists, and all that jazz, as they would say as well. But we'll get to this one, Henry Winter article, in a little second. Make sure you get to all your comments. Big up there, Nick. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Another rival fan. Plenty of them, which everyone's welcome. Big up there, Richard. Fekir, Bellingham, Saicedo, Lavia, and Zupamendi. Yeah, of course. Richard, you'd be very surprised, mate. And I think all football fans the media world we live in now, like literally if a footballer leaves the house, you find about it on the news. It's like there's a tweet from some journalist going, he's left the house. He said, where's he going? But that's the one side of football that I don't like in terms of saying of like so with like how big social media has become now in regards to all the previous signings, like the Fergie era of football. Like the only way we find out Fergie was getting a player. He'd literally lock them in a room and say, "Right, lads, you're signing that contract." Bit similar with the 70s and 80s. Like you'd have managers just turning up to the house, going, "Right, there's the contract." I know football's massively evolved, but I think there's too much information in regards to transfer news, like in regards to a lot of speculation, but we know why that is. It's all about the agents, really. The journalists are out there to publicise the news, sell their obviously brands like articles and everything, and rightly so. And we're a news channel, we'll speak about this as well. That's just how big transfers have become now. But I think agents have got a massive say, like we did say last night with Kevin when we spoke to you. It's a sad reality. But Richard, in regards to that, mate, I bet you there's loads of signings that Liverpool have gone in for that we just haven't found out. Bit similar with Manchester City as well. Bit similar with Arsenal, Chelsea as well. Obviously, Chelsea are just, I think Todd Bowley just goes on Twitter and goes, who's the fellow we've been linked with? Jumps in the Twitter space and goes, sounds, the fans want this player. We'll go out tomorrow and get him and then loan him out for about 10 years as well. So it's one of them, mate. But big up there, Richard. Big up there, Rods. Hope you're well, mate. So be looking after yourself. Get it on the channel this season, mate. If you're not too busy, certainly, mate. Memes. By the way, there are many sources saying that the contract between Zubi and Sostad is looking problematic. So according to Paul Joyce, we might jump in again, in my opinion. I will have to check that as well in regards to that meme. Chat. Whilst I'm live anyway, we'll check that out. But obviously, that is speculation at the minute because I haven't personally seen it. But I do believe it, mate. But as I said, we're not getting back into the Zubimendi saga, really. I think it's over. Well and done. Big up there. FSG's ambition. No players. Try get top 4. Take money from the club. Richard, I think that sounds like a very well-run business, mate, but I understand where you're coming from. And no Liverpool fan out there is saying we don't need signings. Every Liverpool fan around the world, even on planet Mars, knows Liverpool need a 6. All the top elite level managers in the Premier League, that will be their first part in regards to the Ipswich team talk. It will be about exploiting that 6 area and then trying to isolate Trent and all that stuff as well. So it's a glaring hole that hopefully Liverpool, and I say hopefully, I want it and we all want Liverpool to fix it. But if it doesn't and the transfer window shuts, we'll all be disgruntled. We all will. But we crack on and we do what we do best, and that's get behind our football club, support these lads, support the manager most importantly as well. And if results do go bad, then it's down to the management, it's down to the technical directors and the people making the football decisions. The sword falls on them, really, in all honesty. And we can all go, right, we did tell you, we've told you for about 5 years, and I've been doing YouTube videos as well over the last couple of years, I said, just back the best Premier League era Liverpool have ever had in terms of manager, and Jurgen Klopp, give him a couple of extra £50 million players, won't do any harm. Because we're in such a very positive position as a football club in every financial sense as well. We pay big wages, don't get us wrong, chat, we do. But yeah, 1 or 2 players won't hurt the squad. It'll only improve the overall quality, and we all know that. But yeah, as Panel said, there's still time as well. Big up there, Lee. Hope you're well, mate. Massive thank you there, Mark. Hope you had a very good day, mate. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you head over to Spider LFC as well on all socials. That's Kev's channel. Even Mark just saying hello. Big up there, Dustin. Dustin saying, I'm worried the players will lose their legs. It's a very valid point, mate. 100%. We all are worried in relation to that, mate. We'll get straight on to the next story as well. If you haven't already done so, 30 people in already, make sure you do drop a like on the video. Massively does help out as well. Quickly get to memes, comments. So we're talking on Austin's page. Yeah, it's but we'll go straight into this first one, chat. It was an interesting one. We all know let us know your thoughts on your general consensus in regards to the handball ruling. Like, we've seen so many shocking handball decisions last season, it become an even joke. It's like when you've got a winger or a fullback on the overlap, whips in a ball, the ball can take a literal 1 millimeter deflection, cannon the defender's arm, and then that's a penalty. Like, fair enough if a player is 10 yards or 15 yards away and the player's like that, or at least got his like shoulder up like that, and it hits him there or like that, then fair enough. But not when it's like a yard or two away. It just does not make sense anyway. But in terms of Henry Winter's comments in regards to his article today, he's gone on to add, the players have told the Premier League in terms of their discussions, there were too many handballs last season. Players now advised by the Premier League that not every touch of a player's hand, arm with the ball is an offence, and they are not expected to move with their arms behind the back or by their side, like penguins, basically, and not an official description in the laws, as Henry says. Handball law is simplified. No handball if justifiable position or action, a clear change of the trajectory when touching by or deflected from the same player. Played by a teammate, hit supporting arm when a player falls, or the proximity handball, still fairly complicated, but this should prove an improvement. A big mouthful, really, in terms of a lot of big terminology, a lot of big words, as we know, but it doesn't matter how many big words these Premier League referees can use or like to explain their decisions or whatnot. The proof will be in the pudding next season, or this coming season, really, in regards to the decision. We spoke about the great Twitter account that they've set up already, the VAR control room match-to-match update. The comment section for them should be fun if we get a couple of Luis Diaz disallowed goals again. But yeah, it's a step in the right direction, chat. But as we know, and we have done for every football fan up and down the country, and even Europe, well, saying the European refs are better than what we've currently got applying the trade in the Premier League. It's one thing saying this, but it's another implementing it as well. Like, fair enough if we see, but the key word is always, when we all speak about referees, consistency at the highest level as well. So say if we watch a 12:30 kickoff game and we see a decision get rightfully or wrongfully given in a penalty area or a handball or whatnot, and then it comes to the 3 p.m. or half or whatever kickoff, and then you've got a similar action to what we've literally just seen a couple of hours ago from the same referees that are all following the so-called same rule book, making a completely different decision. Obviously, football's subjective, really, but the laws are not subjective. The laws are there to be followed in relation to football, and when it's not getting implemented to the book in reality, as we've seen there with some big terminology, big words as well from the Premier League referees. And Henry, big up to Henry, great, very, very good journalist as well. Give him a follow, as we know. But yeah, interesting chat. Do we think the Premier League or the referees will go down that route in terms of implementing it correctly? I know all you probably 99% of these will probably agree with me. Not really, but time will tell in regards to that. Big up there, Philip. Big up, Jack. How are we, mate? Well, player for it. What's the rumour of us loaning? Yeah, we'll get to that, Mark. Obviously, we've got speak about the Georgian goalkeeper. Big up there, Lee. Just hope any changes in rules interpretations is consistent across all refs and VAR. 100% there, Lee. That's spot on. I'm starting to think Rangers from Milan can be a solution, but we need 2 more positions. Yeah, it's been a player that's been linked, mate, really. Well, linked from the fan base, really, in regards to that, but I haven't seen anything too concrete. But certainly there, Dustin, we need to get back on a horse and really try and get another number 6, really. I'll try. Oh, good. But Mark's saying, are the refs and the VAR should be the best? Our refs and VAR should be the best in the world. A benchmark for all other leagues, but it's the worst as well. The Euros literally a couple of months ago that we've just come off the back of it as well. It was quite paramount, and it was very interesting that the English refs did not get the final. For somehow I don't even know what English refs. Chat, who was the English referees in the Euros? But I think they got to like the quarters or the semis, and I think whoever the English team was, they made a mistake in one of the games. And as we know, the bar in relation to when referees, I think I was watching a documentary last season where Clattenburg said like the bar was so high, like you from an international point of view, whether that's UEFA Champions League, FIFA World Cup, or the Euros, if you make a mistake, even in the group stages, you're gone. In Clattenburg's own words, so it's sadly the bar isn't that high in the Premier League. Like obviously everyone's human, you're gonna make errors as well, but it's when you keep on making the consistent errors really that you just need to be you're trying to do something to rectify it really, then make them aware and everything. But it's one of them. It's difficult, like refereeing as well. Just waiting till the AI referees come in in about 30 years time. Anyway, that will be fun. Does this mean Alisson has to go? We'll get to that, mate. Certainly. So we'll go to, in terms of the Arne Slot one, a little bit of his tactics, as we said at the top of the show. It was just a little interesting dive into regards what Arne Slot. I want to gauge what you all think in regards to the new gaffer. But he was speaking on Liverpool's FC official social media accounts now, has detailed his style of play as we head into the 24-25 season for Liverpool. He goes on to quote, "We're trying to find the balance between trying to create chaos at certain moments and trying to keep possession of the ball." Sounds exciting, just because, as we know, chaos was a big word under the management of Jurgen Klopp. But we knew when we had chaos, when it was a charge at Liverpool, we got the chaos at the back as well. And then hopefully with the Arne Slot coming in, it's, as he said, trying to keep possession of the ball. So it's about keeping that possession and a bit more overall control of that chaos. So control chaos, basically. So it will be interesting, chat. Are you excited? That the more, hopefully, come what Saturday, Saturday's game at 12:30. I'm hoping we do see that. We've certainly seen small snippets really in pre-season, but pre-season's pre-season. Nothing can really prepare you for life back into the Premier League anyway, especially when you're playing a new promotion side coming up, playing at home for their first game as well, wanting to give their fans a massive springboard of a performance going into the new campaign as well. One of the best young managers in Europe, in European football as well. So we're already up against it, but certainly we've got the players, and hopefully with Arne Slot can put an impact and put a stamp on this Liverpool side from the get-go, really, in the Premier League. But it doesn't help, as we've already said, if we're not backing the gaffer in terms of the people running the transfers and that, if they're not bringing in the one or two players that fundamentally will allow Arne Slot to transition from a lot more chaos to then trying to keep a bit more possession of the ball as well. We've certainly got players that can do that, but in terms of just allowing the gaffer to do his job to the full extent and get results for Liverpool, then that's the most important thing as well. So chat, let us know your thoughts. I'm excited. Should be decent, 100%. But in terms of Panov, I like it. I like the sounds of a good philosophy to me, Jack. Yeah, I think we can all agree. Chat, I know I'm just going to speak from my own opinion, though. Chat, like every time we'd watched Jurgen Klopp's football at Liverpool, it was madness. I think you'd even have big up to the Southampton fan that was in the comments here. Was any neutrals watching tonight? Liverpool's team was probably the most exciting team to watch in the Premier League, but in terms of picking up results, and I say winning trophies, and don't get me wrong, that chaos under Jurgen Klopp won us plenty of games, won us plenty of points, but it didn't just get us bridge. It was a bridge too far in some seasons there or thereabouts anyway. Don't be start. I'm going to go rant on Man City, but we'll save that for another week next week. Yeah, but it's one of them. I'm excited. Evidence, we'll get to that in a little second, mate, as well. So, what's all the Zupermendi do? But nah, Jay. Unless, chat, keep us updated, as I said. But I've seen the reports today, mate, and yeah, it's just we're not going to go back in for him, mate, anyway. It's like the Zupermendi transfer has well gone. Let it just dwindle into the Spanish La Liga. Let him start his new season with Real Sociedad, and we can crack on and hopefully, big words, hopefully, we can go on to another target. But it's the same story. If we keep the ball, the less likely the opposition will score. Yeah. I think for anyone that has played football at whatever level, the one thing you don't like is obviously the most important thing when you're playing against a team or whatnot is about anyone doesn't like playing against pace. I think if you're a player that hasn't got an abundance of pace and you're coming up against a player that can very much exploit the space behind or get into the pockets of space in terms of your midfield or whatnot, that they're technical, gifted players, and obviously players that have got a lot of athleticism, really, they really cause a lot of teams a lot of issues. But in terms of ball retention as well, Mark, it's about tiring teams out. City have done that. The Barcelona, Pep Guardiola, great team, used to do that as well. They didn't even play with a striker. They played with an extra midfielder in the striker position. And it's like, you just can't get the ball off them as well. But it's not just in terms of Arne Slot, what we've already seen glimpses of, chat. It's not just going to be possession for possession's sake. It's going to be about accurate pinpoint balls over the top, balls on the floor, ball bouncing ear to ear as well, but mixing it up. There's a lot of variation to very much be very excited in terms of the new season. Big up there, Trev. Big up there, mate. Chat, if you have missed any of the show, obviously these videos are live. Just go back and rewind from wherever you've joined back up to and let us know your thoughts anyway. But big up there, Trev. Hope you had a good Wednesday, mate. Plan of after 2 or 3 days of the Zuby saga, I knew we were not getting him. So, yes, we crack on, no chat. Well, in terms of that one, just a little snippet, really, a little quote from the gaffer. In terms of the main key talking point of this evening chat, stems around, obviously, Liverpool's potential. And I say potential, because we know how transfers have gone over the last couple of weeks, really. We'll be linked with this goalie. Well, we have been linked with him for a very long while. It's been a transfer that has very much been on the back burner, really. It's not been one that's been like front page spread. I know, like, we've covered them in like over the last couple of weeks, but I just thought this was just going to be one of those rumors, in all honesty, where it was like, yeah, we've been linked to them, but we got linked with about 100 players as well. But it looks like it's getting a lot more traction, and looks like it will be Liverpool's, by all accounts, looks like potentially Liverpool's first signing of this summer's window. And so Romano goes on to say, Liverpool's potential plan for Giorgi Mamardashvili, got there in the end slightly, already clear. He'd join. It's already clear he'd join Bournemouth for 1 season from Valencia. Dashvili, I'll just call him Dashvili, would only join LFC from the 2025 after the Bournemouth season as well. Giorgi already accepted Liverpool's plan and contract terms up to the clubs, i.e. Valencia and, of course, Liverpool. So we all know, and we spoke about that issue in regards to, say, Liverpool were to sign him this season, we would not be able to loan him straight to another Premier League team, if you get me. So it makes sense, say, Liverpool, hopefully over the next coming days, can agree this deal, get him over the line, and then just leave him at Valencia. So do a pre-contract agreement that's in place. So in 12 months' time, Liverpool have already set up the payment structure and everything, and then just allows Valencia very much to loan him out to Bournemouth, by all accounts, get valuable Premier League experience. And judging from, I've only seen some statistics, really, chat, but he ranks very highly in shot stopping in European football, he's in the top percentile in terms of goalkeeping terms anyway. In terms of his age profile, he is only 23 years old as well. He stands at 1.97 meters. So what's that, chat? He's a big lad. Is that 6'5", 6'6", in around that estimation of ballpark? So chat, and that begs the question. And I say we all do this with transfers onwards, especially when goalkeepers as well. It's one thing ranking on a lot of percentiles when you're playing for Valencia. Fair enough if he was winning Champions Leagues and that with Barcelona and Real Madrid. The best goalkeeper, well, the two best goalkeepers, in my opinion, are Alisson and Thibaut Courtois, when Thibaut Courtois is not injured. But what defines for me, Charles, let us know, what characteristics do you define as a world-class goalkeeper? For me, one of my biggest ones is concentration levels. Because when you move to a bigger club, i.e. Liverpool or another top team, anyway, for any goalkeeper for that matter, if you're a team like Liverpool, City or Juve or Bayern or a team that very much dominate possession, you'll probably get one shot within that game. And that shot might be a split-second opportunity for the opposition. Obviously, they're not always going to score straight away. But when we watch Alisson, he literally does that every single game. He has done since he's come into Liverpool. Like his 1v1s, the majority of it, literally Alisson make about 3 saves, and then sadly he's let down by some of the defending around him anyway. But for me, it's a top elite level goalkeeper, and this lad's only 23, so he's only gonna get better with age as well. And we know the longevity of goalkeepers, as me and Kev spoke with you yesterday. So I'm happy that we are, in terms of the goalkeeping department, getting this lad in if it does go over the line. Keeping him at Valencia, loaning him back out to obviously Bournemouth as well from the Valencia side, and then he comes to Liverpool. And always knowing that if he does have a stellar season at Bournemouth, getting 12 months under his belt in the Premier League, and then he comes to us, then sounds. The interesting point as well, though, chat, and you've already mentioned it, where does this leave Alisson Becker? For others, for me, I don't want to lose Ali, but we've got to be realistic in our analysis, really, because Ali's not getting any older, any younger, sorry. We know his qualities. We know his connection to Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, in regards to how eloquently, really, Ali has spoke about him in post-match interviews since his departure from Liverpool, and obviously the build-up. He was more or less a father figure to him, quite literally, really. One of the most difficult times in Alisson's career. That was one of the most emotional goals that we probably all have seen in regards to watching Liverpool as well. Like what Ali went through at that time and what everyone went through as well. Difficult moments in Ali's career and that period. He's not just one of the best goalkeepers in the world football, Alisson Becker. He's one of the best humans. And he's very much a massive leader in that Liverpool changing room. If he is to go, we'll go with all our best wishes. We don't want him to go. But if he was to go in the next year or two, or if he's indicated to the Liverpool hierarchy in regards to him, Alisson, wanting a move, then Liverpool need to take big steps. And I say big steps. The sixth position is very important, of course it is, but the goalkeeping position in any team, for any great football team, you don't win nothing without a great goalkeeper. And we've seen that. Like, we honestly seen that. Like, it's like good goalkeepers save you 20, 30, 25 points, like minimum in a season. Edwin van der Sar, Petr Cech as well. Alisson, over the last 5 years, him and Salah have more or less single-handedly, alongside a couple of players as well on the team. But Ali and Salah have massively been a big driving force for this Liverpool team in terms of getting us to where we want to be and where we are currently as well. So, yeah, is agility, big up there, Wiggs. Yeah, big up there. Awareness is a big one, in my opinion, as well. As Lee said there, is he better than Kelleher? If not, is Queven leaving? It's going to be interesting, Lee. What do we... I'll pose this back to you, Lee, in chat. What do you think it's going to be Kelleher that leaves? Or do you think it will be Alisson that leaves? Because we know Ali will, not this season, but in terms of the future, because we have to future plan. And it's great to see the club, if we can get this over the line, it looks like we're kind of planning for the future. But why wasn't that done in relation to the six, like 2-3 years ago, or obviously, Fabinho leaving the football club as well? So it's difficult, but we are making steps in the right direction in regards to goalkeeper by the looks of it as well. So, yeah. Are you disappointed, Chaff, at Caoimhin Kelleher, in regards to... You'll think he'll be disappointed. He's played a massive part in winning Liverpool 3 trophies. But we know, and we've spoke on countless shows, chat, that Kelleher, his qualities are very good. He certainly could play for any side outside the top, say, 8 in the Premier League, certainly, and a lot of top clubs in European football as well. Could we get the valuation that we want? I think if Liverpool were to turn around and... Chat, what valuation would you have Kelleher in regards to if we were to sell him? For me, I'd say anywhere above 25 million plus would be a very good deal. But we know how some European clubs are in terms of negotiations as well. So one to keep an eye on, chat. I think, as Wiggs has said there, world-class keepers command the box, good at 1v1s, catching the ball when saving, strong on pens. It's mad. Chat, how many penalties has Alisson saved? I think I can remember about 3. Is it like 2 or 3? It's mad. Some goalkeepers have that order. I think the worst nightmare for any penalty taker in European football is Emi Martinez, because the antics he gets up to they're literally legendary. And it works. It's like the psychological side of football as well. It's and obviously the water bottles. So with the Euros, he looks like tier 2, not sure he'll be level 1. Dustin, yeah, he's still young, no, mate. Only 23, so he's turning 24 this coming September. So he's still got a large spell. And if he is to come in, Dustin, as a number 2, and Alisson is going absolutely nowhere, hopefully he stays at the football club, then sounds. Just depends how much we are buying him for and how much we get for Kelleher as well. 1 or 2 seasons for Alisson, anyone will leave, no doubt. Especially if the Saudi League does come in for him, no bonkers and chat in it. We've seen, did he try and buy Ederson off Manchester City? Was it this month? And that got flatly rejected by City. Well, I think he put a bid in and there was a lot of mess in regards to Ederson. Was he going or was he staying as well? Now, these days, a solid goalkeeper is rare to find. So Masvili linked does make sense, but a number 6 though. You never know, chat. He might be able to play 6. But yeah, Kelleher's a lot smaller. Has been leaving for the past few years as well. Yeah, 100%. It's not all. Yeah, in terms of obviously Casillas. I mean, Casillas, well, 6 foot still tall for most people anyway. But in terms of goalkeeping terms, it's not the tallest really, was it? It was Casillas like 5'11", 5'10", or 6 foot. But yeah, look at Donnarumma, chat. My man's a giant and he can't even save a ball. But yeah, 25, 30, yeah, possibly Justin with the valuation. But yeah, I thought so, bonkers. Or you never know. Obviously, it'd be great if we could see into the future. Would be absolutely fantastic as well, though, chat. So yeah, that was the final concluding story, chat. Anyway, massive thank you for everyone for tuning in. Apologies, only a bit of a short, cutting the episode short by 20 minutes. Anyway. Obviously, hopefully Kev will be back tomorrow as well. We'll have our Premier League prediction in terms of Liverpool, and we'll look at the Premier League as well. So everyone, get your notepad out tonight and just obviously write down your own personal predictions, your top goal scorer, your top assister as well. We'll do it in regards to Liverpool, and then we'll do a separate one in the Premier League as well. So let's have a bit of fun and all that. But if any other news gets broken, whether that be tonight or tomorrow as well, we'll be here as quick as we possibly can as well, chat. But a massive thank you, as I said. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like on the video on your way out as well. And everyone have a lovely rest of your Wednesday evening, whatever you get up to. And if you're watching up till this point, in regards to obviously the video, you're absolute legends. Smash a like on the way out as well. Follow Anfield Road TV on all social medias as well. But chat, massive thank you as always to everyone that's got involved tonight, and for anyone that does drop a comment in the post-match live section as well. Get involved in all tonight's stories. But Reds, See you tomorrow. Have a lovely day tomorrow, and we'll see you back again at 6 p.m. UK time GMT. Ta-da.